Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching the 16th episode of Lost, the first season. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you'd like to watch today's full episode, it is available for free in a link in the description below. Just click on it, put the password in and enjoy. So last episode we had another Charlie backstory. It was an interesting one. It's the second one we've had of him, but the main obviously talking point of the episode was Claire returning back to the camp. And you know, I got to hold my hands up. I had it wrong. I thought that she may have obviously been with Ethan, had the baby, they taken it, and then obviously forced her back to camp. You say like, we don't need you anymore, we've got what we want. But no, she returned. Her baby was okay. Jack said it was alive and kicking. She seemed to be like unharmed, and you know, the question was raised, how did she get back? Do you know what I mean? It was never really answered. She doesn't really know. She kind of lost her memory. She didn't know who anybody was in camp. She was scared, you know. She didn't know who Charlie was or Jack. She had to get her little diary and read through it and start remembering little things. Her and Charlie started to like rekindle their relationship a little bit. But yeah, it was very interesting. So obviously from her being taken and obviously Charlie nearly being killed to obviously had been missing for 2 weeks, because now we was told that they've been on the island for 1 month now. You know, she was with Ethan for 2 weeks and she come back unharmed and she got away. Now I don't know how that actually happened, because Ethan was so strong and he come and he attacked Charlie in this episode and he said, I want her back. So he didn't let her go at free will. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't his plan to just return her back to the camp, because she was only there for 1 day. He was already fighting and asking to bring her back. Now he threatened him. He said, look mate, you know, if you don't bring her back to me, then each day someone's gonna die. And they didn't know if he was telling the truth, so they actually didn't take someone back. They did try to put defenses up though. They did try to obviously protect the camp, but it didn't work. You know, they got all the outskirts of the island, they put traps and tripwires, but no mate, they come from the sea. Crazy mate, come in from the sea, killed somebody and disappeared. So they knew that the threat was real. Jack had to whip out the big guns, didn't he? You know, the one in the case that he got from Kate. Get 4 of them out. He also got one from Sawyer as well that went to Kate. 5 of them, they decided, look mate, we will hand Claire over, but we'll trap them. Put Claire in a location. When he comes, we'll all obviously run in, we'll take him down, and that is what they all decided to do. You know, she went there. I was thinking maybe, you know, Ethan's thinking the same thing. He's going to go there with a couple of the others as well, and obviously if they infiltrate, you know, him, his people will infiltrate them. But no, it didn't actually happen. You know, he went to get Claire, chased after him. Jack chased him, speared him down, was punching him, beating him up, fighting. It was pouring down with rain, and then all she just heard is a couple of shots, bang, 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 bang. What's going on? And it's Charlie. He's killed him, no hesitation. He's not letting anybody hurt Claire again. Wants to get revenge for obviously what happened to himself, and he wanted to try and obviously like eradicate the threat on the island. So I can't really blame him from his point of view and everything that he's been through. But I would love to have had him, you know, here tortured, tried to extract some information and figure out obviously what is actually going on. But I suppose we're gonna have to figure that out and find it ourselves. Very, very interesting. Can't wait to obviously check out today's episode. If you do enjoy it, please smash a like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, let's jump into today's episode.
Come on. Get you out. He'll think you're still with your grandparents, okay? Get under the bed. Don't make a sound. Don't come out.
Is it? Oh, it's Sawyer's backstory again. Yo, that's ruthless, that experience that he's been through. Oh, easy food for the camp, that. You can hear it. Look at that. That's Danielle, Sawyer, and Saeed that we've heard these voices.
I thought the boy had vacated this area.
Well, genius, I think we got some bad info.
Perhaps he wanted to go camping.
You enjoying yourself?
A little bit.
Yes. Laugh it up, Mohammed. But I come back and find my stuff's gone. I'm coming after you. After you ran into the French woman, you said you heard something in the jungle.
I thought I heard whispering. Did you hear something?
They both don't want to say in case they sound crazy.
Forget it.
What are you so afraid of?
One trembling, sweetness.
If I don't say something now, things are liable to get downright embarrassing.
You go down to the bar, you get a drink.
I gotta hand it to you, Sawbucks. How you find women that beautiful to work your grift?
I'm fairly certain I said I'd kill you if I ever saw you again.
That's where I'm here. Figure that makes us even for the Tampa job. How about the known whereabouts of the man who ruined your life? Back in the day, this guy Duckett was quite the hustler. He ran the romance angle. Hooked the wife and took the husband for all the money. Turns out Frank Duckett used to be named Frank Sawyer.
This is him.
That's him.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I understand when you was a little kid and obviously you wrote that letter with ruthless one in, the one that Kate read out. But now you're here as an adult, like, what can you actually do apart from... Because you can't kill him because, you know, you just get caught and sent down. I mean, I suppose you can brutally beat them up and probably get it done for GBH, you know what I mean? Bodily harm, and maybe get a few years, and your conscience will probably rest easier knowing that you've got some sort of avenging, you know what I mean, of the past. But, you know, it's crazy. It's one of those situations as well, like, you see it in shows all the time when people think that they need to go after and hunt somebody down and kill them because of stuff that they've done to them, and then once they've done it, it's like, do you feel better now? And they don't. You know what I mean? It didn't resolve the hatred that they had inside of them. Like, it just probably makes them feel worse for the actions that they've done. So, I mean, it is going to be interesting to actually see this, because obviously he's wanted this all his life.
So is anyone curious where they came from?
The others knew there was a marshal on the plane. I guess they just assumed he was traveling alone.
Did you get all the guns back?
All except one.
How about I give you 3 guesses?
Sawyer.
Let him keep the gun. It's not worth it. I just don't want you to owe him anything.
That's true, man. You never owe anybody anything. The thing is, though, he gave a gun last episode. You know what I mean? He had one, and he gave it to Kate.
I had some dreams last night. You were in them. Thought I'd see if you wanted to go for a walk.
I have to do something.
Bo smoking him off. It said it'll come back around. I heard the voices say that.
A boar wouldn't just attack you for no reason.
Thank you, boar expert.
What are you doing?
Getting even. I've got some revenge to tend to.
It's interesting seeing Kate because, like, she's so young here compared to what I see her in currently.
You know, I've been doing this for a while. And a man who buys a compact 357 with hollow point loads, he's not looking to scare or steal. Look a man in the eye and you point a gun at him, you find who you really are, mate. And should you find you're not a killer, there's no refund.
I don't think he's gone through with it. I know that he's an angry dude, but not that bad.
You all right?
He's not alright, is he? Do you reckon it's because he killed him?
Did you ever get that Gulf War syndrome? And what's the one when you're all, like, shell-shocked?
Post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yeah, that's it. Did you ever have that?
Why do you ask?
Because I'm worried about Charlie.
What? Simple. You can't track this boar without my help. Over the last few hours, you have managed to follow the tracks of humans, birds, a rock slide, yourself, basically everything except boar. Anytime I want something from your stash, medicine, soap, whatever, I get it. No questions asked.
So, you know, Jack was saying he doesn't want her to owe him anything. But this proposal here is Sawyer owing Kate something. That's interesting. It's flipped the thing, isn't it? So really, she's got nothing to lose and everything to gain. You know what I mean? Basically, she's having a day exploring. She's sat at camp bored. Let's go for it. Let's have a laugh at Sawyer. Let's also get something in return as well. You know, I can't really blame her for doing it.
You got a deal.
Where'd you get that?
Playing.
I was looking for the liquor card.
It's a good thing I found instead. But if you want to drink, you got to play. I never. Call it a way to get to know each other better. I know you've never been to college.
And how do you know that?
If you had, you'd have heard about never. I never kissed a man. Now you drink.
I never implied that I've been to college when I never have.
I never voted Democrat.
I never voted.
I've never been in love.
I've never had a one-night stand. Bottoms up, sailor.
I never cared about having carte blanche. I just wanted to spend some time with the only other person on this island. Just don't belong.
Never carried a letter around for 20 years because I couldn't get over my baggage.
I like how he's still playing. It's getting deep now.
I never killed a man.
I knew it! I knew it. It is going there. Oh, she's drinking. Sawyer's drinking as well, mate.
Looks like we got something in common after all.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Right, has anybody ever played one of them? Well, not mine's usually never have I ever. That's how I've played it. but it never ends good. You know what I mean? Like, it always ends in that situation there. You start off like, never have I ever, like, he was like, kissed a guy, never have I ever kissed a girl. Do you know what I mean? Never have I ever had a one night stand, never have I ever had sex outside. Do you know what I mean? And then it's like, never have I ever cheated on a girlfriend. And then it's like, never have I ever kissed a girlfriend's sister. Do you know what I mean? It goes down that path. Do you know what I mean? And then you get to a point where, like, everyone's just fuming, like, staring at each other. First of all, everybody's had drinks. You all get mad. You know what I mean? And, like, you end with that there. It started off like banter, and now it's like, I don't know, deep. But he's killed somebody. He's had his drink, and so has Kate. Now, we haven't really seen, well, we've not seen any of them. We did see Kate shoot them in the story where they was robbing the banks, but I don't think she actually killed anybody there. Oh, but she did kill the person. Yeah, that was the reason why she was going to get that little thing, and I was saying she went through all that to... But I would like that story of the man that she killed. Now I do remember now. She did say she killed somebody. Jack knows it as well. But Sawyer's, this is an interesting one, because the episode set out with him going to get revenge and get the gun. He's actually drank as well to say that he's kind of done it. But did he? Who knows? What the hell?
You're shaking.
I can't believe this.
There are hoof marks everywhere.
It ate all our stuff?
Nope. It ate your stuff.
It's taking a mick out of him.
He's gonna suffer. I swear to God.
So what are you doing all the way out here, John?
Looking for salvage from the crash?
That's 3 times it's attacked me.
Maybe it's got your scent. Doesn't like your cologne.
I don't wear cologne.
Yes, you do.
The thing's got it in for me.
It's a bore, Sawyer.
My sister Jeannie died when I was a boy. About 6 months after Jeannie's funeral, this golden retriever comes padding up our driveway and walks right into our house. Dog slept in Jeannie's old room on Jeannie's old bed and stayed with us until my mother passed.
So you're saying the dog was your sister?
But my mother thought it was. Thought that Jeannie'd come back to tell her the accident wasn't her fault. Let her off the hook.
Only 2 choices. Shrimp and mild sauce, shrimp and hot sauce.
Go with the hot.
Fellow American, eh? Good for you. A special at the truck here. Half price for all Americans.
Gone. He done the right thing there, but he still killed someone, so how's that happened?
What's your name, cowboy?
Sawyer. He find whatever he's looking for.
Wow.
You know why they call Australia down under, don't you? Because it's as close as you can get to hell. I was a chief of surgery.
So we're in hell, huh?
Don't let the air conditioning fool you, son. You are here too. Son, he's about your age.
He's not like me. He's a good man. Maybe a great one. He thinks I feel betrayed by him. But what I really feel is gratitude. There's a payphone over here. I could pick it up and I could call my son. I could tell him about all this. One simple phone call and I could fix everything. Why don't you? Because I am weak.
This business that you have, will it ease your suffering?
Yeah.
Then what are you doing here?
See, if Sawyer does kill him, right, I don't want it to be shot from the back, from the side. It wants to be a front confrontation, saying the reason why he's done it. I'm coming here to avenge this because your actions done this and done this to my family and caused me all of this stress. It needs to be that. Do you know what I mean? Like, going up and just point blank shooting him without no justification for that guy. Yeah, it's not that good. But also, I like how Jack's dad was speaking to him there. And do you know what? Even if he didn't get the phone and he didn't call and didn't tell Jack, well, it seems like he didn't. I do like the fact that he respected his son for the right thing that he done, because Jack did do the right thing at the time and it was absolutely ruthless. It was. And like, I like how he still said that he loves him and he's grateful for everything that he's done. And he's, do you know what I mean? Like, and he's saying that he's a great man. That there, yeah, he gained some respect from me from that. He actually did. I liked it. But again, now I'm interested and fascinated with the Sawyer thing and how it's going to play out. Like I said, you know, Kate maybe dropped a comment in saying that maybe you don't want to get off the island earlier on in the season. Maybe this is why. Maybe it's because he done this, killed this guy, and you know what I mean? He knows that if he goes back, he's going to get arrested and put away, so it's probably beneficial for him not to return. But again, we'll see how it goes.
You here to check up on me?
You killed a man.
A man who killed one of us.
Who kidnapped Claire?
When I was in the army in Tikrit in Iraq, the man who lived next door was a policeman. One day his car was rigged with a bomb. It killed his wife and 2 young children instead. I fought the man who did it. I volunteered to be on the firing squad. I found myself waking up at night, replaying what I did in my head. All I'm saying is that what happened with Ethan will be with you for the rest of your life. You're not alone. Don't pretend to be.
Look at these tree rubbings from his tusks.
I mean, he's around here.
Maybe. I thought it'd be bigger.
Funny. Now we know Daddy's gotta be around here.
Yeah, forgive me. Ow!
You're sick.
I didn't hurt it.
Find your own way home.
Sawyer.
Oh, he just did. Went straight up and shot him.
Dear Mr. Sawyer. What the hell are you talking about? You didn't have to tell Hibbs I would have paid.
You borrowed money from Hibbs.
Oh, set him up. That's why I said that he needed to see him in the face and tell him. Oh, I can't believe that guy set him up. It's because he knows it's got a kid in that now. It's like playing on his head.
It's just a bore. Back to camp.
Want to take that walk now? Trying to be funny?
Fresh out of pies to throw at you.
Kate, what did she give you?
Nothing she wasn't willing to part with.
You didn't even do anything,
Sox
Kate.
will never win the series. I said that's why the Red Sox will never win the series.
Your daddy. He a doctor too?
He's dead. What do you want to know about my father?
No reason.
Could have told him that his dad loved him. Do you know what I mean? That would have been like the peak moment for them two. I do like it though, you know. I actually do like that. You know, I was just saying then, Sawyer's character, in my opinion, has definitely grown the last few episodes. I've really enjoyed him. And like just taking part and its integration. Do you know what I mean? Like I've been saying it all along, but people who sit around and don't actually join and help out, you know, you can see that they're the ones that are being left and they're the ones that are having the most fun and I don't know, just being part of the group. Now, obviously, if you're going to take part and do things and, you know, help set up signals, you know, like he did when he shot the rocket and he, you know, ventured out when he was looking for stuff here and there and you know, well, today's episode, it wasn't taking, but like he just come and when he was playing golf and obviously he took part in the bet. All these little things, just like when Hurley come and sat down and he asked him for the the manifest and he give it him, and then obviously Kate here today, and obviously he's give the gun to Jack. His character's progressing. He's doing much better. Before he was like proper stuck up and stubborn, and he was fighting everybody, and he was just being on his own. But obviously he's probably realising that, you know, the island is probably where they're going to be for a long time. Do you know what I mean? It's been over a month now and no chance, or there's no sign that anybody's coming to rescue them. So, you know, you best make, you know, whatever you can out of the situation. And integration is the one. And it looks good. His character is much better, in my opinion. I'm really enjoying him. You know, he's moving up in the ranks. I also feel like Shannon doing the little integration with, you know, with Saeed. Going through the maps and stuff has made me like her better as well. And, you know, I like how it was referenced that Charlie was going through a little bit of PTSD there from obviously killing in last episode, because obviously I don't know what it's like to take a man's life, but I know for a fact that pulling the gun out on him and pulling that trigger would be absolutely solid. You know what I mean? Knowing that that one little action will change everything forever. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there is always going to be some repercussions. And like Saeed was saying there, I was a person that was in, you know, in that position. I volunteered to be on a firing squad for somebody who obviously killed a woman and, you know, a child. And I didn't hesitate to pull that trigger. It was my choice. I wanted to be part of it. And I was happy that I'd done it. But a few years later, I found myself thinking about it. It's playing on my mind constantly. And do you know what I mean? And it started affecting me. So I know that somebody who's obviously acting on emotion, is going to be playing on you. And just know that you're not alone. Do you know what I mean? You are not the only person that's suffering. And the best thing you can do is open up and talk. And I feel like that's what he realised that he could do. And that's why he went and actually spoke to Claire now. Because obviously at the start of the episode, when she asked him, do you want to go for a walk? He said, no, I've got something to do. But he was doing it in kind of like a bit of a hostile way. Do you know what I mean? And I was like, you know, does he not want to talk to her now? But obviously it was the whole thing about killing him, burying him and stuff like that. It's playing on his mind. So that was really good. Okay, and that's going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Really enjoyed actually Sawyer's episode today. You know, we started ruthlessly with the, you know, the visuals of his mum and dad actually dying. You know what I mean? His dad banging on the door, his mum getting scared, kissing him, putting him under the bed, saying that he thinks you're at your grand's. You know, make sure you stay quiet. You know, behind the door, we seen her. Well, we didn't see it, but we heard her get shot before her dad come in, sat on the bed, and obviously popped himself as well. Ruthless and crazy, and I can't believe obviously he's been through that experience. Obviously, again, like Sawyer was saying, I mean, like Sawyer was saying, you know, taking a man's life, it really does affect you, and you know, being in that position as well, nobody can, you know, nobody can sit down and try to speak to you about obviously how you feel and what you've witnessed and how to process that, because I'm assuming that every person's got to deal with it differently. Do you know what I mean? The traumatic experience that would obviously cause, and how that would obviously impact the rest of your life and the man that you're going to grow up to be. Do you know what I mean? Like your whole mannerisms and personality traits and everything, like, just goes out the window, isn't it? So, like, I'm really happy that he's, like, opening out his shell, and, you know, the never have I ever game that he was playing with Kate, I always knew it was going to end that way with them two, you know, kind of, like, deep and not in the banter funny way as they started it. But, you know, a bit of interesting information was revealed about them both, that they've got something in common, and that was that they killed people. Now, Kate, we haven't seen it, but we know that she'd killed somebody from the episode that we had when she went in the bank, you know what I mean? And she revealed that to Jack, and obviously in today's episode we've seen that Sawyer did actually go and kill the guy he thought was Sawyer, so he did have what it took, you know what I mean? He was willing to do that, and it turned out the guy conned him out of it. Like, I don't even think that was the right guy either. The person that turned up in his hotel room, you know, he was owed money, and Sawyer's gone out and he's actually done the dirty work for him. Can't believe that. It's crazy. So you could see again, taking someone's life, he's solid, but then taking an innocent man's life as well. Imagine how you feel about that. It's ruthless. So, I mean, mad episode. Sawyer's obviously hearing the voices in the trees now. The interesting thing is he was hearing that guy's voice when he said that he's going to come back around. I also like how he kind of had a conversation with Jack's dad, like in the bar, and what Jack's dad was saying about him. I thought that was good. I did like that as well. And I feel like that's a position where him and Jack could actually bond in the future. Now, do you know what? I wish that he said it there to Jack. But now that obviously the episode's ended and they kind of sat down and doing the outro, I'm glad that he held on to it, to be honest, because it's kind of like, you don't want all the good things to happen between you all at the same time. Do you know what I mean? So say, like, me personally, what would you rather have? Would you rather have 365 presents, like, given to you at once? Do you know what I mean? Or would you rather have a present a day? You know, I'd rather have a present a day. That way I know that if I'm having a shitty day, or, like, something's not going my way, I'm just down, you know, get a present. You know, somebody's coming, it's going to, you know, get me excited. Oh, what's in the box? You know what I mean? Like, I want a consistent abundance of good things being given to me. I don't want it all given and revealed at once. And I feel like him going over and giving Jack the weapon is a positive contribution between them both. And he doesn't have to give two things in one segment. He can, like, please Jack again in the future, and maybe, and do you know what I mean, by saying, oh, do you know what, I did ask, you know, the reason why I was thinking about your dad is because I did sit into the bar and I was speaking to somebody who was talking about his son and how he was grateful and how he loves him, and, you know, how he felt like he was a coward to ring home and say he's not man enough, but, like, he always wished that he could say this and this and that, and he's a great doctor, and he's, you know what I mean, like, and just go through it. And it's like, yes, that's another good bonding moment towards them, and their relationship can build and build and build slowly. Do you know what I mean? So hopefully that does get revealed. But I actually do think that the, you know, apart from the Michael episode and the Walt one, which is no fault of Michael's, I think it's because in that episode, I felt like, to me, I felt like sorry for him the whole time and upset, and I just didn't like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, what the story is portraying, not the episode in general. It's just like that thing. Like, apart from that one, I feel like they've all been pretty solid episodes. It always kept me intrigued. I'm like a parrot, honestly, I really am. I won't let stuff go. What's in the ground? What's Boone and Lock Found? Again, it's like 5-6 episodes now, and we haven't seen anything or nothing has progressed since he sat there and we had that Michelangelo story. And also Danielle as well. You know, what's going on with her? Are they going to go back? Going to find her? We're never seeing her again? What's the crack? not going to leave it alone until I get the answers. So if I don't get it every episode, it'll be mentioned in the outro. But today's been a solid one. Really enjoyed it. It's actually really good. And I feel like Kate is warming to him, mate, to Sawyer, big time. She really, really is. So very interesting. Thanks for checking out today's episode. If you did enjoy it, please smash like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.